Good morning. It's so good to be back to the lake house today. It's just a gorgeous day and I'm thirsty and in the mood for some sweet tea. And I want to show you my recipe that I've been making for years and years and years of tea syrup. What it is it's a condensed tea mixture with the sugar already in it. And where I learned to make this delicious tea syrup was years ago, 1970s, teenager, Houston, Texas. Lived in a little apartment complex named Brookwood. And I had a friend there named Rusty Chef. And I could walk to his house. He lived on a street behind the apartment complex. And the first time I went over there, he asked if I'd like some tea, and I said, sure. And he went into the refrigerator and got a little jar of tea out. And I'm like, what is that? He goes, you don't know what that is? I'll show you. That's tea syrup. My mother makes it. And he poured me my first glass, and it was so good, and I was obsessed with it ever since. So, I want to show y'all how to make it. At this little lake house, the refrigerator is not full size, almost full size, about 3/4 I would say. But it had to fit in a little nook under the stairs so you could go up to the loft. So we bought a little 3/4 size, so there's not as much room on the shelves as I would like. I can't fit a gallon of tea in there, so this works out perfect. I made one batch, and I got these 3 cups of, probably about 4 cups actually, of the syrup. And it's 3 cups sugar, 3 cups water. Bring it to a boil, drop 4 family-sized tea bags in it, turn it down to a nice simmer, a good little simmer, not too slow, not too hard, and simmer it for 25 minutes. Set your little timer, and probably need to take your little tea bags out of, or your family-sized tea bags out of there at the 10-minute mark, because you don't want them to fall apart. I use a different kind of tea bag. I'm fortunate to have a friend that supplies me with a restaurant grade, so I can leave mine in there. But I'm going to show you exactly how to make it, and now I'm going to pour myself a cup and see how it tastes. And don't forget, do not put this in the refrigerator hot or even warm. You want it to completely cool on the counter, or it'll get cloudy. And believe me, I've done that before, and it's, real cloudy and unattractive. You do not want that. This tea mixture is still hot. Normally I wouldn't drink it until it had cooled down, but I want to show my friends. So pour yourself, I had to use a funnel to get it in this cute little jar. So pour about 1/3 of the container that you're going to be drinking out of. I happen to drink out of a jar today because I wanted a glass that you guys could see. And most of mine were the wrong color. So then what you want to do, I've got some spring water here. I'm not quite sure about the water down here coming out of the faucet at the lake. So I'm going to fill it up. My friend Kristen up in Montana used to love this. And so did my stepson Randy love this. They wanted to know how to make it, so I passed the recipe on to them. Give it a good little stir, a little taste to see if you need to add any more syrup. Just what the doctor ordered. That is so good. So full of good flavor, the tea, the sugar. We like our tea sweet here in the southwest. If you don't like quite as much sugar, experiment with it. Try 1 cup of sugar to your 3 parts water, or 2 cups. I like mine pretty sweet. I remember we'd go to the restaurant and get those big cups of tea they give you, unsweetened, those big old plastic cups. I'd have to put 11 packages of sugar in my tea. People would just be staring at me. I didn't care. I want my tea like I like my tea. And if I have mint growing in the yard, which when I was gone to the parents' house, it died. But I like to pluck some mint and stick it in there. Give it a little muddle, and it's so good too. So enjoy this family favorite recipe, and let me show you exactly how to make it. So you're going to take equal parts of sugar and water and make a simple syrup. So I've got 3 cups of water that's come to a boil. 3 cups of sugar, just put it right there in the water. Give it a little stir. Don't get your sleeves in it. And let's see here. How long do we cook it? It says bring water and sugar to a boil. Then you add your tea bag for about 10 minutes. And then you remove them so that they don't, the tea bags don't burst open. And you can continue to boil the syrup for about 15 minutes until reduced a little bit. And then you have to cool down the syrup before you place it in the fridge, or it'll become muddy looking. So that's such a good point. Be sure and cool this off on the counter. I hate it when I get tea that you go to all the trouble to make it, stick it in the fridge, and it turns cloudy. I don't want to drink cloudy tea. Doesn't hurt it. Still tastes exactly the same, but it looks unappealing. Okay, the sugar's all melted. Let's bring it back to a boil. And then we're going to drop 4 family-sized tea bags into the pot. Well, my girlfriend Amy in Houston, her husband liked this one brand of tea, and I can't remember for the life of me what the brand was, but she gave me a bunch of these bags because it's so good. And these are 4 family-sized tea bags in this one little container. So I'm going to pop this in there. You'll use 4 family size. This one's a lot more sturdy than the family-sized tea bags too, so I'm not even going to remove it whenever I leave it in the steep, basically for 25 minutes. Okay, let's let that just sit there and steep. It's just condensing the syrup. And that way I'm not going to have a giant gallon of tea in my refrigerator. I'll show you. Let's see, we want to go 25 minutes. Alrighty. Tick, 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 it's working, yay. Yellow, my favorite color. Here, let me show you what a nice little simmering boil that it's come to. It's not boiling hard, but it's definitely boiling a little bit because you want it to reduce. But let me show you. Can you see that? And it's getting kind of syrupy, which is exactly what you want. So, because this is tea syrup. It's a condensed tea. And you just put a little in your cup. I'll show you how much. It's delicious. I sure do hope you enjoy this tea as much as I do and my friends do. It's very good, very refreshing, and simple to make. Doesn't take up the room in your refrigerator. Just find a big old jar to put it in. I had to put it in 2 because I've got everything everywhere. Some in Montana in storage, some out there in my little trailer in storage. Just not a lot of room in this little lake house. But anyway, y'all have a great day, and I really can't wait to cook for you again. Bye for now.